Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Divya. Welcome to Visual Vibes. In this Python course, I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to learn to start coding with Python. This course doesn't cost you anything, it's totally free for you. But if you would like to help me out, then you can increase its reach by hitting a like button, leave a random comment down below, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks in advance, and I really appreciate it. Without getting any delay, let's jump right in. Today I will explain you about these topics in Python that includes expression, statement, and operator precedence and its associativity in Python. So before I move further, I would like to recommend you to check out my earlier sessions prior to this video first and then circle back here for better understanding before jumping into the new concepts. So let me first start with expression in Python. So expression in Python is simply a combination or a sequence of operators, operands, values, constants, variables, and call to functions. So we have already talked about operators and operands in our last session, right? So operator is simply nothing but it is a symbol that performs operation operands, whereas operand is the one on which the operation is going to be performed. Whereas values are values, whichever we mention in our code, that comes under values, and constants are the ones that are constant throughout the code. Variables are the ones that holds the values, and call to functions means any function call also is a part of expression. It is not mandatory that an expression must contain all of this, but an expression might be a combination of all of these operators, operands, values, constants, variables, and call to functions. So if you can see its features, an expression evaluates a value. This means an expression, whenever an expression is evaluated by Python interpreter, it always returns a value back. So expression always results to a value and it can be assigned. An expression can be assigned to a variable or it can be assigned to anything. So here, if you see this example consists of 4 lines of code. So in the first line, I have declared a variable that is holding 2 plus 2 value. So here are 2 and 2 are values, or I can call as an operands, and plus is an operator that is performing addition operation on these operands or values. So this whole part we can call as an expression, and this expression we are storing in this result variable. And similarly, this message variable is holding an expression containing 2 string values, hello and learner, along with the operator. So here also output variable is holding an expression containing a message variable and a string value welcome along with the operator. And finally, in the response variable, this response variable also holding this entire expression that is containing values 1, 2, 3, or operands I can call, and an operator symbols plus and exponential symbol, and finally a function call. So here this min is a function that is accepting 2 arguments, 2 values, that's going to provide minimum value among these 2 values. So this whole expression is containing all these things, whatever I have specified in the definition. So that expression is holding all these things. So an expression might contain all of these things, but it is not mandatory that expression must contain all of these things. This is about expression. Next, let's see about statement. Statement in Python is simply nothing but it is the one that contains or consists of one or more Python expressions. So we have already talked about Python expressions, right? So statement is the one that contains these Python expressions. If we can see its features, statement is the one that always performs an action. So whenever we define any condition or a statement in Python code, that always performs some action based on the code defined. And how we assign, how expression can be assigned to a variable, statements cannot be assigned directly to a variable or to anything. And finally, expression can be evaluates to value, right? But statements cannot be evaluated to nothing. So statements are the ones that only performs an action but evaluates to nothing. So here if you can see this example, in the first line, I have declared one variable and I was mm, declare one variable that is holding this true value. So this true is an expression here. And this value, more likely I can call this entire line as a statement, more likely an assignment statement, because this value is assigned to this variable using this assignment operator. So this whole line I can call as, more likely I can call as assignment statement. And like this the assignment statement is going to look like, and if you can see the other types of statements are going to be based on the condition. So here if you can see, I have declared some conditions using if, elif and else. So this whole statement, second line, fourth line and fifth, sixth line, we can call as a statements, because these statements are evaluating based on some conditions. So if this value is evaluated true, then it is going to perform some action. That means it's going to print some value here. Similarly, if this condition fails, then it check this condition. This statement is evaluated to true means then it prints this. Then it's going to perform some action like this. Whenever statements are evaluated to true, it performs some action. So like this here, we have another example where I have defined some list that is containing some elements in it, floats values in it. So I'm going to iterate over this list using this statement, using for loop. So this 10th line, this whole line we can call as a statement. So this statement is evaluative like in this list, if I'm able to loop through these elements in this list, then it will perform some action finally. So this statement is going to perform some action finally based on the condition we have defined. So here also, similar to if condition, we have some else condition. So I have declared some I variable. Until I value becomes 3, I'm printing that value and I'm incrementing the I value. So this 14th line we can call as a statement. If this statement evaluates to true, then it's going to perform these actions inside it. So similarly, try and accept are also the two statements. Based on the conditions, it's going to perform these actions. So expression is the one that contains a combination of operators, operands, values, constants, and call to functions, whereas statements are the ones that are made up of those Python expressions. Now let's move on to the next topic, operator precedence and its associate with it. So operator precedence in Python is simply nothing but the order in which the operations are going to be performed by the Python compiler in an expression using some Python precedence rules. That means in order to avoid some confusion, Python compiler evaluates the expression using some Python operator precedence rules. So here, if you can see this expression, this is a simple expression that contains only one operator between these two values. So let's say, suppose if we have a big expression, or if you have an expression like this that consists of different types of operators in an expression, then to avoid confusion, Python compiler should follow some operator precedence rules saying that which operator should be given the first priority. Like that means which part of the code in an expression needs to be evaluated first so that there will be no confusion and results in correct value. So here if you can see in this expression containing addition, subtraction as well as multiplication operators in it. So according to the operator precedence rule in Python, multiplication is having the highest priority followed by the addition and subtraction operators. So that's why in this expression, so this part is multiplication part is evaluated first, which is 6 into 4, 24. And then it move on to the addition operator, that is 9 plus 2. And then finally, it subtracts it followed by the subtraction operator. That means finally subtraction is going to be performed. 11 minus 24, that gives minus 30. So like this, an expression will be evaluated using some precedence rules in Python. So here I have given the two tables specifying some operators and their names and its associativity. That means the order in which evaluation is our expression is evaluated whether it is from left to right or it is from right to left. So this table is containing all the operators in decreasing order. So the first operator is a parenthesis. Parenthesis having the highest priority when compared to the other operators in Python. So it follows the decreasing priority. So whenever your expression is containing an parenthesis operator means, suppose if your expression consisting of suppose if you have a statement that consists of two expressions within the parenthesis, so the first expression which is inside the parenthesis will be evaluated first, and then next expression which is inside that parenthesis evaluated next. So parenthesis is given the highest priority when compared to the other types of operators. And the associativity is going to follow from left to right. That means expression is evaluated from left to right. So after parenthesis operator, we have exponent operator that is having the highest priority, and its associativity is from right to left. Here for parenthesis, it is from left to right, whereas for exponent, it is from left to right to left. So after exponent, we have bitwise not having the priority, and the associativity is left to right. Similarly, after these three, we have some mathematical operators that includes multiplication, division, modulus, row division, having the priority that follows the same associativity as like the above. And then addition and subtraction is having the priority, followed by bitwise right, bitwise left, bitwise and bitwise XOR, bitwise OR, and followed by some other comparison operators. And followed by these comparison operators, we have some assignment operators that specifically follows the associativity from right to left. And we have some other identity operators containing is not, followed by membership operators, and then finally followed by logical operators, following the associativity from left to right. So this is how the Python compiler follows some sequence in which an expression is evaluated using this Python precedence order. So that's all for today. I hope you liked this session. If you have any doubts, feel free to post them in the comment section. We'll definitely answer your questions, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, goodbye, and enjoy programming.